Okay, we're back. The walk mesh is set up. This is the water texture. We could unhide everything, I guess. Right click, unhide all. That brings everything back. Now what I would like to do is click on the base, and if you click on, there's different things up here. If you click on the rainbow, it'll tell you the name of what this base is. I want to go ahead, I want to add an extra 0 in here, so 001. I want to add an extra 0 in here as well. Since 2 corners of this tile is water, I'm going to have it 2 here. That's how I want to do the naming scheme. And I'm going to change the first half of this. I want to change it to, for now, we'll do DS MFT. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll do it that way. We're going to name it this. DSMFT. And it's just going to, I might change this DS later, but for now, that's what we're going to go to. And I want to change the F to a W. So my naming scheme here is DS is for dark sun, M for mountain, F for forest, T for tile set. So dark sun, mountain, forest, tile set. That's how I wanted to name this. Underscore, W for water. Then it is the straight tile. 2 corners are water, so it's got a 2. So it's going to be a 2. And then if I do another version with 2 corners are water, I'll name this will change to a 2. And if I do another one, then it'll change to a 3. So I call this like a straight because the water's just straight along the shoreline. So I call it like a straight. So if you want like 6 different straights versions of this, so that way when you're populating your thing and you have the river going straight and you want the one to swerve a little more, or not have a tree here or have a rock, then you have different versions of it. So then it'd be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right here. So you have the potential to do basically 1,000 different versions with my naming scheme of this one, of just the straight water. You also have the potential of doing 1,000 different types of water tiles. I went with this naming scheme because you have the one is one place, then so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we're taking up 14 spots because you got to count the underscores. Okay. I believe the maximum is 16. But I had seen where a lot of people would name the naming scheme with this. Now you only have 100 available tile for water, and this part you usually never, people usually don't do 100 different, what do you want to call it, 100 different versions of the same tile, but this I've seen people run out of right here, so they have to go to another letter. I did not want to have to go to another letter, so I went ahead and hit 0. Now, did I need another 0 out here? No, I didn't, but I did it anyways. So there is no way in the world that I should ever reach a max to where I have to change another tile. So all my water tiles will be under water. So that's just what it is. Now, if one corner is water, I'll put a 1 here. If 2 corners are water, I'll put a 2 there. If 3 corners are water, then I'll have a 3 here. If all 4 corners are water, then a 4 would be there. Now, we could go to, that's with no raised tile. Now you want to get into the raised tile, then you got to do something a little different. So I'm thinking of we could do is, if there's a raised tile, maybe we can use this second digit. So if one corner is raised, you hit a 1 there. If 2 corners are raised, you hit a 2 there. If 3 corners are raised, you hit a 3 there. I don't know, something I'm thinking about, but that seems like that might be a good way to go about doing it. But it's a way so we can, when inside our here, when looking at this, we can just visualize it. And if we say, oh, and instead of an F we have a W, we say, oh, that's water. And if we have just a 2 here, oh, that means 2 corners are water. If it's a 3 there, that means 3 corners are water. And then when you see the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that means there's 5 different variations of it. So like, see here, you got straight, you have another straight, but it has this little swoop out in front of it. You have another straight, but there's no trees. You have another straight, and there's one little tree and 2 medium trees, so 3 trees grouped together. But you start to see the different variations. That's what the last number is for, is the different variations of the same tile. So that'd be the naming scheme of what we'll name as tile, and then we go ahead and go to export. Now, if you get this here, it's saying animation doesn't exist. Press yes if you. So it's saying the animation isn't there that it's calling for. I'm just going to go ahead and hit yes. Now it should have exported it. Where is it going to export it? Here, which is the last place you drew it from, unless you designate elsewhere or somewhere else. I am going to go to that, and we'll see. Open new window. Go to desert, and I have it underwater. And there it is. And it modified. It was 11, 15, 27 at 7:23. 7:24 is the current time. 11, 15, 17 down here in the corner. So that's way you know it definitely exported. And double check your times. Make sure it wasn't an older export and you're thinking you exported it and you didn't. So anyhow, so that exported that tile. Now I also want to export this tile again, and I'm going to change it to instead of F, I want to do R. And well, you know what? I won't worry about that right now. We'll just keep it at the F. All right, we'll change it I want to change it to DC. And that is for Desert City. And that's my other tile set, the desert tile set. So now a few things will need to change. What I would like to do is get rid of the vegetation on the ground. We won't need this vegetation. And then we would need to find palm trees and try to insert 2 palm trees in the place of these trees, because that's what would be grown next to the water for in this desert tile set. So that's what we'll be looking into doing for the next video. I'll see you at the next one.